What is up? We're live from the Cat House. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast, the Monday edition, the October 14th edition, the We're Running 5 Minutes Late edition. What's going on, everybody? I'm here, and joining me this week is my lovely wife, Rosa Limon-Cervantes.
Hi.
And it's yet another day here in the world of our geek philosophy and our soon-to-be geek parenthood.
Yes.
We have our little geek here. We finally opened all of our baby shower presents over the weekend. Our baby shower was the week before, but we finally opened all the presents. It was quite an ordeal. We didn't have our living room for the week.
Nope. It was full of presents. Oh,
it was just, all week. Like my boss asked me today, what'd you do this weekend? I'm like, organize.
Yeah. Open gifts.
Open gifts, and we sent videos to all of our friends, all of our friends who gave us gifts, and it was funny. One of our viewers, Daniel Wong, was like, "Oh, it's like getting my own personal episode of Dre's Geek Philosophy." It was pretty much like this literal setup. It was us sitting here, but except we were like opening the gifts for the people because we didn't open the gifts at the baby shower because we were just like
we were kind of like behind on time at the baby shower because it actually felt better to just talk to everybody.
It's right there, Irv and Opatapa right there watching live. Piles of boxes, yes.
Oh,
and Irv and you and your wife were responsible for several boxes, and we appreciate that.
That's awesome.
We thank you, and we sent you and your wife. We have a box tree over in the corner right now. We have many boxes. I'm shocked that the cats haven't like jumped in and around and made a giant disaster of those of the box.
Yeah, we had to go buy storage boxes from Office Depot just to organize everything.
This box is all clothes. This box is all baby toys. This box is all baby bottles. It's like of course. This wouldn't be very geeky. Our friend Judy Lynn gave us the my wife. I got you there, fam. Our friend Julian gave us a bunch of Marvel onesies, so of course I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I wish we could show it, but I don't even know
what
box it's in.
There's in a box. We didn't even bother to like identify the boxes. I was just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna stack them up. I'm just gonna put them in the bottom. Like they're gonna stack over there. They're going to storage temporarily until until our child decides to join us sometime in January.
Stay in there, little dude.
But I did manage to carve out a couple of hours during this weekend of box opening and video making to watch El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah.
Any longtime viewers and or listeners should know that I love Breaking Bad unapologetically. I will. Mm-hmm. I feel that and Better Call Saul are the best pieces of television that have been made. We are at a renaissance of television, and that is like one of the best shows ever made. And we got and it's funny because this movie was made in secret. Nobody knew that this movie was a thing until literally it was completed. They managed to film this in secret all over Albuquerque,
and it was like a secret until somebody just kind of like randomly
until Bob Odenkirk mentioned it during the interviews. Oh yeah, there's a movie, and then it's like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna get that press release ready. That by the way, in 2 months there's going to be a Breaking Bad movie on Netflix. Like what? Even the city of Albuquerque, like, because they had gotten out. Because I had read an article about how they had gotten the RV out, like the RV, and then you do see the RV. There's flashbacks in this film. There's lots of flashbacks going back and forth between the present and the past, taking, and then they bring in characters. They're like, I'm not gonna. They literally just came out this weekend. So, unlike me sitting here spoiling the daylights out of the Joker last week, I hold Breaking Bad in much more reverence. I will not be spoiling anything about El Camino. It's available on Netflix right now. If you are or were a fan of Breaking Bad, I enjoyed it. So it's funny. One of my friends, several of my friends were like, "Oh, it feels kind of unnecessary," but for me, it was like, it provided it gave me an extra 2 hours in that world. That's how I felt it.
Did you feel like it closed put a period at the end of a sentence, closed a circle?
Yes, yes. Yeah. It's like much like when you asked me that last night. Yes, it did kind of add a period. It's like it was or to use a musical term, it was a coda.
Okay, yeah.
They give you a little coda at the end, a little bit more because everyone else was kind of definitively either. Honestly, the more I thought about it, a lot of the rest of the characters in the show were definitely dead. You got to see who else got to stick around.
Who died?
Yeah, because a lot of the main characters died. Especially if at the end, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not a spoiler. Yeah, Walt died at the end. Yeah, but but Jesse got to live, and he drove off.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to see that it wasn't such a cut and dry. Like, oh, Jesse drives away, hooray!
But it's
but
more
no,
than that.
the movie starts with what do you call it? It starts with a flashback, and it puts you literally the second scene of the movie puts you literally right at the end of the final episode of Breaking Bad, and it just kind of takes you on this journey. And yeah, and this is kind of uncharted territory. Like, it still does manage to build up a lot of tension. It still kind of just made me grab at my heart a few times.
Right.
Because I feel that Vince Gilligan and his team that create this stuff, they've only gotten better at it since the end of Breaking Bad, because they've been doing Better Call Saul.
Right.
Which I've said before on this show, that I think Better Call Saul, by the time they finish making that show, or when they complete that story, I think that will technically be a better show than Breaking Bad. Only because they learned so much from making Breaking Bad that they've taken a lot of these lessons from those 5 years, 6 years of Breaking Bad, and they tell such a better story visually, like where they say a lot of things with just the environment or just the background. Like, there's so much that goes on in Better Call Saul without words.
Yeah.
Where you just have to pay attention. Where I used to always get mad at my old roommate Trent, because he'd be watching Better Call Saul, and he'd have his laptop out, or he'd be looking at his phone, and I was just like, dude, there's things happening on the screen.
You want him to watch the cinema of it all.
It kind of is a little bit of it's a cinematic TV show.
You want him to get each little nuance and each little tiny salt and pepper shaker.
There's so many little things, like something that I didn't catch last night that you had to be a psychotic fan to catch this. Like, they kept showing these two streets. It was called Holly Street and Arroz Street. I'm like, that was very odd. I'm like, Holly and Arroz, and then you find out that Vince Gilligan's wife, or his girlfriend or whatever, her name is Holly Rice. And I was like, a quick little shout out to his wife that he snuck into it. It's like, oh, this street where one of the characters lives at, it's like, oh, it's on Holly and Arroz. And I'm like, oh, that's cute.
That is cute.
And it's funny because apparently, thanks to his wife and to a few other people, originally it was going to have a different ending. This movie was going to have a completely different ending than what they did.
Okay.
It was just going to, they're going to go on a different tangent thematically with what they were going to do. Well, I don't want to go spoiler. It's like, the way it was going to go is like Jesse was going to sacrifice himself for somebody else. They're going to introduce a new character that we'd never seen before.
Okay.
And he was going to redeem himself by, sacrificing his freedom, sacrificing himself for this other person, and that was going to be his redemption.
Right.
And then both his wife, girlfriend, and hey, there's a cat behind us. Tina, you've made your debut on the internet. My wife.
My wife.
Love how everybody's on top of that. And so, and then he talked to his writing partners who worked on Breaking Bad, work on Better Call Saul with him. They're like, no, that's a bad idea. Like everyone else has had kind of a miserable, or has had like kind of a sad ending. Like,
right.
All these other people have died, and like for like the one person to have theoretically gotten away from all this, the sort of innocent person in all this. Like, he's not completely innocent, but he's in. I guess on a matter of perspective, he's relatively more innocent than a lot of the other people that in this whole show, in this whole arc, over the course of time. Like, Walt is the most guilty out of everyone, because he's just he went from a milquetoast chemistry teacher just trying to save his family,
right,
to being a drug kingpin who, like, there was never enough money.
Right. Yeah. No.
He had an entire pallet of money.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, somewhere in the realm of $150 million, and like, nope, wasn't enough.
Man.
They had a storage unit full of money.
Yeah, that's what I have in my storage unit, and baby clothes.
Yeah, you have a shitload of baby clothes.
A wealth of baby clothes.
A wealth of fabric and baby clothes. Your storage unit. My storage unit is full of Blu-rays and nonsense. A whole lot of nerd nonsense.
At your storage space.
Yeah.
I never have, and I probably never will.
I mean, you saw a lot of storage space. A lot of this is stuff from the old Pasadena apartment.
Oh.
I mean, theoretically, you saw a lot of that stuff. It's a lot of stuff from my old Pasadena apartment.
I saw it when it was still collecting dust.
When it was organized in its own special way in my entire room.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that really came over here from the Pasadena apartment is my TV.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that came over here from Pasadena when I moved in with you.
Entertainment stuff.
Oh,
right
some Blu-ray. No, not all this.
The game console.
All right, there's a PS4 and a whole bunch of Blu-rays and a bunch of DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's beside the point.
Okay.
I wish I had $150 million just sitting in a storage unit, like just collecting dust.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But yeah, this movie was really good. Some people felt it was kind of unnecessary. I think it was just put me back in that world. You could hear me emoting like woo. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Sure.
And it's really funny because I was able to kind of like, even though you elected to not watch it because we're trying to avoid anything super tense or super violent around her eyes in regards to the baby.
Yeah.
And also, like, your brain just absorbs everything.
It really does.
And you go to bed dreaming of whatever we watch.
Like, my brain just, like, mixes everything from the day, all the ingredients of the day, and mixes it all up. Oh, yeah.
And a cat behind me.
And then I dream about it.
And you dream about it.
Weird.
Like, before we knew we were pregnant and you were, like, binge watching Game of Thrones, you were dreaming about Game of Thrones. All the time. You're hyper dreaming about that.
Hyper dreaming about that.
And then it's like, you're pregnant, so you're really retaining a lot of stuff.
Oh, shit. No wonder my brain is sucking in all that.
It's been purely comedy or light drama.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch El Camino.
Or comedic
because I've never seen...
And you've never seen Breaking Bad, so like you're not... I'd be sitting there going, oh, this is such and such a character, that's such and such a character. I would have just been inconsolably annoying the entire time.
Right.
Just like I was like the first time we watched Game of Thrones together, and I was just being like, let me explain this.
Yeah.
I have to explain this. I gotta explain that. I gotta explain all the things. There's so many things. I mean, let me put 7 years worth of
That's
knowledge
why I would watch
brain.
3 episodes of Game of Thrones in a night, and then because I wanted to get through as much as possible.
So I would stop trying to explain things.
I would try not to look at you. Because I knew your face.
I have the worst poker face ever. Like, if someone was about to die, I'd be like...
Oh, no. Yeah. What did I say the other day? You don't have poker face. You have a puh face.
I have a puh face?
Yeah.
I have a puh
You don't even have poker. It's
puh. I have never been a man who's able to lie. No. I'm not great at lying. If I'm lying, there's usually a pretty big tell. But like...
Oh, yeah. Big. Oh, my God.
The sky is red. It's red. Not a great liar.
No.
That's why you can trust my opinions here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're watching the video version. If you're listening to the audio version, then you're just gonna have to trust that you can see my face when I'm telling you a bold-faced lie.
And that's the best part because I don't believe in lying. So.
Yeah. And Irv right here throwing me on the bus. You're good at spoiling things like that one time at the movies.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess I should tell that story since you haven't. Irv brought it up. He was there. It was the summer of 1996. Independence Day had come out. The movie that made Will Smith a big movie star. And I was a young 17. I gotta say technically at that point I was still 6. I was a 16-year-old jackass because it was still the summer. And we had gone to watch at the old when the Point Hills movie theater used to be on the other side of the freeway.
Right.
I went to go see it because they were showing it all day. And I was just so excited. We had just finished watching it, and like there's giant lines. Back in the old days, there's just giant lines of people.
Oh yeah.
And as we're walking out, man, it was crazy when the dude flew his spaceship. He flew his fighter jet into the spaceship to throw it down. That was totally insane.
Why did you say that?
I told you, young me was a shithead.
Did you do it intentionally?
Yes.
You're a shithead.
Yeah, young me was a shithead. I don't know how Irv stayed friends with me.
Dude, oh man.
I don't know any of these people. 6-year-old Drew was insane. He was out of his mind. He's a crazy dude.
If our son inherits that from you,
I'm gonna try not to. No, I'm gonna try to make sure that my son learns from mistakes of his father. No, this is not. There will not be. He will be a little me, but he will not be a mini me. No, I'm gonna make sure. I'm not gonna raise a little shithead who has to learn through trial and error.
Damn, I would have said something like that, but like totally oblivious to the crowd who was passing by.
I'm a loud motherfucker, and I just screaming about, oh my god, he flew his airplane right into the ship. That's how they could take it out, or something very specific like that.
Somebody probably wanted to go and punch you in the face.
They're busy waiting in line. They couldn't step out of line. They couldn't step out of line to deal with me. I'm sure Steve and Irv and Warren were very Steve and Irvin Warren were very unhappy. They're like, this motherfucker's gonna he's get our asses kicked by this fucking shithead. I'm like, I'm a dummy.
You just wanted to get in a fight.
I don't know. I was a rabble rouser. I was a troublemaker.
You got too many red vines.
I'm sure I was all
soda.
I probably was hopped up on a giant vat of soda, you know. Back when it was affordable, because this was 1996. So I'm sure sodas were still a reasonable cost, like $2 at the movie theater. Unlike now, where they're like $8 or $14 for a soda and some popcorn.
Popcorn.
But yeah, no, but that's why I try not to spoil things anymore, because I learned spoiling things is bad. It's very rude unless you give everyone a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Don't watch last week's episode if you haven't watched Joker.
But on NBC, on the NBC app, you can watch
SNL.
SNL.
Yes, this past Saturday on SNL, you had David Harbour. A lot of people might not know by that name, but you'd know him better as Hopper from Stranger Things. Hopper.
Was he Hellboy?
He was Hellboy in the most recent Hellboy movie that did not do well in theaters. It just didn't do good.
Okay.
It's funny because I recall I saw he was a shithead CIA agent in one of the James Bond movies with one of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
Oh, okay.
Like him and what's his face? Oh God, why can't I remember his name? Jeffrey Wright. They were both working for the CIA, and I didn't realize. I'm like, oh shit. That's Hopper. That he's being like when I heard him talk about it on when he was on WTF, and he was talking about I'm pretty good at playing shitty dudes.
Yeah. But yeah, his Grouch.
Yeah, so they did a parody. So cool. They did a parody of the Joker trailer with Oscar the Grouch. It was Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was if you haven't seen it, go to the YouTube and go check out Grouch.
Grouch.
It's just literally, and then of course because SNL is based in New York, they could literally go to the places where they shot Joker and recreate a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Props to apparently SNL put together a really good episode this past Saturday. A lot of people slag SNL. Quantum of Solace. Thank you, Irv Patampa. It was Quantum of Solace where he played a shitty CIA agent.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it was cool. That was just cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of funny sketches too. I saw images of him like he's doing like some Soul Cycle or something.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one where he plays a woman.
Oh, he plays a woman?
He plays like an old grandma.
Oh yeah, and then they were having sex
in front of it's the grandpa.
Kate McKinnon's grandpa, and they're just getting down in front of the grandchildren.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. Oh,
there's like a mighty wind.
There's one I saw. It was a segment where it was a good skit where it was like how to talk to your teenage son.
Oh boy. Create
a podcast.
Oh shit.
Do a podcast. It was something like podcast in a box or something like that.
Podcast in a box, so that way your teenager can listen to it. He won't talk to you directly, but he'll listen to you.
Yes. So like he has a mic and you have a mic.
Oh.
And then it's like, listen to the dulcet tones of your voice. You can have a conversation with your teenage son. It was so good.
16 years from now, this podcast could be me and my son.
It could be, yeah.
And if he chooses to be on here, it could be me and him.
From beyond the belly.
From beyond the belly. He'd be right here with me going, Dad, why are you so weird? And like, you know what, son? I am the product of my environment. I don't know what to tell you, son.
But yeah, I thought it was so good. I wanted to show you that one, but later.
Yeah, but later we'll watch after I literally just got home before we're coming on the air. Partly, hello Judy. We were just talking about your baby shower gift earlier on the show. Now I was like all over it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nerd. Something else that happened. So like, there's El Camino. Something else that happened this weekend. To talk about video games for a little bit, but it was kind of ridiculous what happened this weekend. So that video game Fortnite, we've talked about it here on the show before.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredibly popular, Fortnite. Apparently they did something insane. Kind of, I dare say, kind of unprecedented for a game that depends on an online audience to be on and play. Mm-hmm. They blew up the game on purpose. Apparently, if you were playing Sunday afternoon, I guess there's kind of a story playing in between children shooting each other and becoming Victory Royale. 100 kids all shooting each other.
Yeah.
What they did was there's an overarching story where like, oh, there's a visitor and he's building a rocket, and then apparently the sky is cracked. I guess in Fortnite they live in some sort of dome,
right?
This domed world or whatnot. And so this rocket launched, and then and it broke the dome, and then through the dome came a meteor, and a meteor hit where the rocket was, and created a black hole. And you see, and then everyone, I guess if you happened to be playing at the time, you got launched into the sky. There was no gravity. And then you just see everything. You see like the party bus, because like I guess you whenever you go into the game, there's this party bus that just drops you off.
Oh, okay.
It's a flying bus. You see the party bus like tumble into the hole, and then you see all the environment and everything, just the entire world, boop, gets sucked into a black hole. And then that's all there is right now. If you go to play Fortnite right now, like if I were to I'm sure if I fire up my Nintendo Switch, and it probably would require me to do a 5-hour update of some sort.
Oh my god.
Because I have Fortnite, because it's a free game.
Right.
If I were to fire up Fortnite right now, there's nothing but a black hole. And occasionally some numbers will show up around. I guess people have been deciphering it. I guess if you go into the lore, all these games have some sort of lore. You look it up, and there's all these words about destruction and the second coming and something or other. I guess they're probably going to make a new map at some point. But you can't play the game right now. A game that kind of depends on people playing, you can't play it. Apparently, if you're just hanging out, if you enter in the Konami code, up, down, left, right, BA, start, or select start, depending on how you're feeling, if you're feeling saucy about it. If you enter in the Konami code, a little mini game will pop up, and you can just shoot things like Galaga or Space Invaders, like hot dogs and stuff will come out, and you shoot them.
Rando.
And yeah, it's totally random, but and here is the thing that I found most interesting about this. So obviously, a lot of people watch this game on Twitch. Yeah. There's a lot of viewers. Oh, yeah. You would think people would not want to watch this.
Oh, right, yeah.
It has its highest viewership at any point. Right now, there are hundreds of thousands of people watching this black hole, waiting to see when something happens. I guess because everyone's kind of just waiting, something's going to happen. The game has been shut down for
So people are just waiting with
at this point,
breath.
Yeah, right now they're just
on hold.
They're on hold. They want to be there when whatever happens live happens.
Oh my god! So
they have the most people.
That's crazy. That is insane.
Oh, apparently, let's see. Daniel Wong says it's a pretty sweet Easter egg. And then there's a leaked trailer of the new Chapter 2 land, I guess. Yeah, because I guess now, because they play it in seasons. Every 3 months they kind of con everyone to buying an extra, pay $10 to buy a season battle pass or some nonsense. It's all part of their big money making scheme.
So the people who paid into this
Newsflash,
game...
kids are dumb, yes.
So the money's still there.
Yes. All their money. Apparently, like a PlayStation confirmed, all your money's still there. Don't worry. All your accounts still exist. At some point, I don't know when. They kind of put everybody on hold for it's been over 24 hours.
What's your prediction?
At some point tomorrow, there'll be some sort of big bang or something. Some sort of big bang, and there'll be a brand new world, a brand new map, and then everyone's going to lose their goddamn minds, and then season 11 or whatever season they're on will begin post haste to appease all, because I think they can put people on ice for a good 48 hours.
Okay.
At most. Because that's the longest you can probably keep these people, because everyone's in suspense, but they're
tuned in.
Because obviously these are young people, their attention spans aren't going to be that big. I mean, they're flashing numbers and stuff.
Right.
They're going to have to bring them back in at some point. You can't put them on ice for a week, or God forbid, you can't put them on ice for a month. No. Everyone, cool your jets, take your time. I believe that famous streamer Ninja, he had a very funny quote along the lines where all people do is bitch about this game, and now that they don't have it, they bitch about not being able to play it.
Weird, crazy.
Yeah,
so I wonder if the numbers that are popping up have anything to do with the release date or time.
That's what some people are theorizing, but it's just there's a lot of theories about it. There's a bunch of Charlie Day from Always Sunny, you know what, they put the name here and they put the number there, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Connecting the red strings?
Yeah, they're connecting the red strings, trying to figure out. Like I said, some people have gone into the lore. I guess they put together these 4 words. They're sending on some crazy Ready Player One mission.
Wow.
Sean Hormoz says, Facebook wants me to say something, so something. Hello, Sean. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for contributing. Every time you guys comment, this helps get it out to more people. So I'm glad those of you who are commenting. are commenting. So yeah, that's what's going on in video games. I was very fascinated with this. Like, just the fact that so many people are watching nothing in anticipation for something. This reminds me of a joke of like Dennis Leary, where it's like Dennis Leary said, you know, like JFK got shot on live television. Now there's an entire generation of people just watching TV, just waiting for something else to happen.
Oh no!
I'm waiting for the next big thing to happen.
Oh no! Right.
But that's enough about Fortnite. There's something else happened like in the last week and a half. I didn't talk about it last week. I was too busy ranting and raving about Joker last week. We really carried that for a long time. Myself and Mr. Jai Polidor.
Yeah.
Something else happened. Both Jennifer Aniston and separately Martin Scorsese, for whatever reason, they have a bone to pick.
No.
With Marvel movies.
No, but it was Aniston.
I think Aniston was
because she was promoting her own thing.
Right, and she was complaining. Okay.
It was kind of like she was talking about her thing and then complaining about Marvel.
Oh, like her thing is no one's watching her thing because people are too busy watching Marvel movies.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of, and then so she was kind of slagging Marvel, and then Martin Scorsese came out last week or a week and a half ago, and he said, "Oh, Marvel movies are not cinema."
Oh, well, see, that's a whole different argument.
Yeah, that's they're not high art.
Right.
And I was just like,
okay.
And naturally, the internet was just like, what the, like, you know, because, you know, well-respected filmmaker Martin Scorsese, you know, he has given us some classics like Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, Casino,
right?
And of course, people are interviewing because he's gonna have that. He has his next movie's coming out on Netflix. Everything's coming out on Netflix now. You don't have to go. Yeah, this guy talking about cinema is like, you don't have to go to the movie theater to watch The Irishman. So they got this Irishman movie it has an all-star cast of all of his favorite people. You got De Niro, you got freaking Al Pacino, you got Joe Pesci, you get like the standard, you know, all of his friends and all the people who helped him become famous.
Right.
Yeah, he was saying it's not cinema, but no, it doesn't. And it's like, what? And the internet came after him really hard. And like he said, he tried watching one or two, and it was just like, no. It's like they're just popcorn movies. And then it's funny, like apparently he's been very consistent about this because if you go back and you find an old interview, he's complaining about Jaws. He complained about Jaws. He complained about Raiders of the Lost Ark. He complained about all the blockbusters of the early '80s.
Really?
He was complaining because, you know, obviously, you know, his movies like Raging Bull or Taxi Driver are being overshadowed by, you know, these
big
theme park rides.
Office,
these theme park rides.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe it's just the old man in him or something. It's just like, or like, art is subjective.
Yeah.
Not everything is out there to make you sad.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It could be argued.
Or teach you about the underworld of drugs.
Right. I've learned so much about bad things thanks to Martin Scorsese. Yeah. I've watched Casino way too many times. I don't ever want to be near Las Vegas.
All of Scorsese's movies, they're not for kids. They're not his market.
No.
So he knows his market.
Kids.
He knows
like Marvel is like for every I think inherently the problem is like all these other people are complaining is like Marvel appeals to so many people and it brings in so much money.
Right.
I was like, because I would argue like
Infinity
War was not for kids.
Nostalgic? No, and the comic book movies or movies, you know, they have nostalgia in them because of how what the adults saw when they were kids.
When they were kids,
you know? Like, I would fucking love to see a She-Ra movie or a He-Man or Skeletor movie. Or
I'd love to see a good He-Man movie.
I mean,
Because one did come out.
Yeah.
Frank Langella and Dolph Lundgren,
but, you know,
starring as Master Baders of the universe.
Because I would want to see, even though I am the age I am, like, want to see the backstory of things. You know?
You would want to see a good Gem and the Holograms movie. There was a Gem and the Holograms movie, but I will not watch it because I'm pretty sure it was not good.
Like, even now, if there was some sort of remake or new movie, you know, made, that would be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it was funny because
and then I saw. There Three Amigos? The Three Amigos?
No, that was just a joke. Someone made a joke where like it would be great if Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Robert Downey Jr. were to remake Three Amigos.
Right,
like I'd watch that. They could take my money. I would like to see that. Send those three funny motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There's a cattail right here.
Hey, kitty cat.
You want to be on the internet, cat? So yeah, no, it was funny because I read this opinion op-ed piece from, of all people, Basketball Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is actually a very he's a scholar.
Yeah.
He was. He's primarily known for being the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, but he's very much a scholar as well.
Yeah.
And he apparently wrote an article for the Hollywood Reporter saying that Scorsese is not wrong, but he's also not right.
Yeah.
That he was making the arguments about how art is subjective. Just because Scorsese doesn't see it as art doesn't mean it's not art.
Yeah.
But he's like, it may not be art. Just it's like, these movies are meant to appeal to a broad audience, bring in as much money as possible. So Disney is not being altruistic when they're creating these movies. These movies are meant to haul in as much money.
And seats.
Yeah, butts and seats.
Butts and seats.
And clearly they have succeeded.
Yeah.
Friggin' Avengers Endgame surpassed Avatar financially. You know. Yeah. All these movies can routinely, even the movies that are not supposed to be big time, make a lot of money. Ant-Man made like $200 million.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. If you had told me 10 years ago a Doctor Strange movie would be incredibly popular and a lot of people would say, I'd be like, wow, you're crazy. That movie would make $20 million. No,
is Scorsese mad about people watching these movies, or is he mad
about people not watching his movies? I think that's the thing. I think that's where the resentment comes from. These people who are not a part of the engine, or they don't like this. It's funny because they keep saying, there's too many comic movies. Last time I checked, there's only like 2 to 3 Marvel movies a year. There's roughly 1 or 2 DC movies a year. I don't know about all these other, you got your Hellboy here and there, and you got so that's like no more than like maybe 8 to 10 comic book movies a year. And do you mean to tell me that 8 to 10 movies out of all the movies that come out in one given year, people are like, there's too much of it now? I'm like,
right.
I'm sorry?
Right. Sorry, Sir Scorsese.
Is there too, these handful of movies are ruining cinema? You got there's so much Marvel. It's like 2, maybe 3. If 3 movies are ruining your ability to make films, then you have a problem with your films. Because there's plenty of other time throughout the year.
Yeah.
There's plenty. Between now and Black Widow, there's so much time. There hasn't been a Marvel movie.
Scorsese's just going to be old man.
Since Endgame. Yep. Oh, no, wait. Correction. I stand corrected. There hasn't been a Marvel movie since Far From Home. That was July. So from July to next May, there's this whole swath of space for movies to exist. Mm-hmm. But because, we're making too much money.
He's gonna get mad.
All these people gotta get butthurt.
Old man Scorsese.
It just. I think people are just mad that this medium, everyone thought it was just gonna be a fad and be gone in a few years. Because it kind of happened. That's kind of how it happened in the early 2000s. When X-Men and Spider-Man came out, and then those movies kind of went to shit because the studios were too busy trying to turn them into action figures and stuff. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden, these last 10 years, Marvel Studios is actually focused on putting out, this is good entertainment.
Yeah.
It's a narrative that people are now driven to follow. Of course, over the course of 10 years, we have these 20 some odd movies. Yeah. It's this narrative that people are following now, and it's working financially.
Yep.
Just because a lot of these other filmmakers can't create a narrative, and then now everyone's desperately trying to create their own, universe.
Yeah.
DC failed miserably. They tried to do that. They kind of jump-started trying to do that with Batman vs Superman and Wonder Woman and Justice League and Aquaman.
Right.
Is this live? Yes, Mr. Sean O'Neill. We'll be about 30 seconds behind, but this is live. Yes, Sean O'Neill, my friend from Seattle. It's all new to me. This is Dre at his much prettier. Yes, you are watching us live right now, Mr. Sean O'Neill. So good to see you. Hello, Dots. This is Edami Rep 2203 Andres Cervantes calling from target number 183. See, does that give you a flashback there, Sean? That's because he was the operator. He was one of the tech support guys that I would call whenever I'd run into a problem when I was out there working for a certain company. No drinks, people.
No drinks.
You don't have to drink this. Well, technically you can drink. Whenever I mention work, you have to take a drink. But I'm sure you have a nice, beautiful bourbon sitting right next to you, Mr. Sean O'Neill. You happen to be strolling around. Yeah, Sean O'Neill, he is quite the barbecue connoisseur. I have to show you some photos. This man has been cool. When we go visit Seattle, we have to go visit him. Hopefully, we don't make the mistake of visiting the one weekend when everyone leaves Seattle, because that's what I would always do before. I'd always go up during Labor Day weekend, and all the intelligent Seattle people, they all leave Seattle.
Oh.
Because all these tourists come in Labor Day weekend, because you have the big nerd convention, Penny Arcade, going on downtown.
Yeah.
And then you have Bumpershoot, a big musical festival going on as well. And then you also have this giant redneck festival going on as well.
Oh my gosh, a week of crazy.
Oh my lord. Sean O'Neill says he's going to send us some Nintendo baby clothes next time the employee store gets them in stock.
Aww.
Oh my lord.
That's awesome.
That is too generous. I would love to clothe my son in some beautiful Nintendo clothes. Even if it's just a little Yoshi on the front,
I know.
I'd be so happy.
I for some reason, the way you say Yoshi was going through my head today.
Russell. Like that?
Yeah.
That's how he says it.
That's so cute.
Russell. Hey, you ever play any of the Yoshi games? You just hear Russell.
I don't know why.
It's a little bit like Stitch before Stitch.
Yeah, it was so cute. I was like,
well, Stitch at the time the ship is very similar. I have to pull on the same muscles at the same time in my throat. And I'll get that girls.
Oh, you know why? Because I was remembering the helium you were.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because when we were during the baby shower, I was getting the balloons because a lot of people don't pop them. I'm okay.
Just suck them in.
Let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna get high.
But it takes you a lot though, because you.
I'm a big guy. It takes a lot more of me though. Take it all in.
But yeah.
Let me see. I have to look at the clock here. All right, cool. I had to do a clock check here to make sure I stay on my format. So, because we can't watch anything uber violent or anything.
No.
So we're trying to watch stuff that's very entertaining, because for you and for our little boy here.
Yeah, to get some sleep.
So lately, we finished that we had talked about this Working Mom show on Netflix, but we burned through all 3 seasons. We have to wait till next year for more episodes of that.
Yeah.
So you started watching this show that was on FX called Pose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, as a typical CIS man, I'd be like, I have no interest in watching a show about gays and transsexuals posing in New York City back in the mid '80s. But I have been transfixed by this show. This show is because the lead. Why can't I remember his name right now? I kept saying his name all weekend, and all of a sudden he was on SNL this past
the Emmy. Yeah.
Won the Emmy. Why can't I remember his name? I was doing research while we were watching.
I forgot his name too.
I'm sure if Kiet was watching, I'm sure he'd be like, our corrections and retractions department manager, Kiet Pham was watching. He'd hit me with it. But the lead, and then it's funny, early on I'm like, all this guy does is call the balls, and then you get into the weeds of the show.
Yeah.
And you see, there's so much more to all these characters.
So much more background.
And then this is a Ryan Murphy show, so it's the same guy that brought us, American Horror Story, brought us Scream Queens. I feel like he brought us a lot more. He's been really big on FX, and I think he just signed a huge deal with Netflix, where he's gonna be producing a lot of his type of shows.
Oh yeah.
And in this show, it's crazy. And then as I did more research about it, it's all the trans men that you see as all the gay men, they're all legit. It's not just some actor pretending to be a transsexual.
Which is amazing.
They're all legit transsexual actors.
Because they're giving trans actors a platform finally.
It's 50 plus trans actors in the show, and I was just amazed because one of the main characters, I would have if I had not been told, I would have sworn, oh, that's a woman.
Oh yeah, so many of them.
Blanca, or the character Blanca, I would have been like, that's a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And it's oh, that's a dude.
Angel? I would have the Angel too.
See, Angel, I was kind of like, I knew that was a dude who was transitioning over to a female. But the main character Blanca, I would have been like, that's a chick. I'm like, that's a chick. And then I'm like, no, that's
all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Electra, I'm like, I wasn't 100% on Electra until I'm like, oh wait, I'm going in for the surgery. I'm like, oh.
Because
Electra has a dick.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, huh. But yeah, the main guy, God, well, I can't remember his name, but on the show his name is Pray Tell. He is so charismatic.
He's wonderful. Yeah.
There was a scene, and that the one of the last episodes we watched, I'm like, that's where he won his Emmy.
Yeah.
There was like multiple scenes, like he's just drunk and yelling at everybody because they're all trying to like console him, and he's just letting them have it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, I'm like, okay, that's where he won his fucking Emmy.
I guess you'd say his character arc.
His character arc is just like, because he's the godfather to several of these these trans ladies. Mm-hmm. And the show's really good. Like, it was funny because at first I thought it was a Netflix show, and then like, cause I guess I'd missed the intro where it's like FX presents.
Right.
And I'm like, oh wait, this was on FX? I'm like, I haven't had cable in almost a year now, so I don't know what's going on.
But you do know what's going on.
I do know what's going on.
But
I mean, what shows are on what channels? I guess this show's been on for 2 seasons already, so I guess we have a bit of a ride to go on with the show, because I think we're reaching the end of season 1. Yeah. And then just last week, aside from this post show, you got me hooked on this. There's a Netflix reality show, and I guess this is one of the first times where Netflix is actually releasing the show episode by episode and not all at once. It's this show called Rhythm and Flow. They do like a triple episode. Oh, they do 3 at a time? Oh, okay.
Better, because that way you're not like waiting for that one you get.
This is a reality show I can get behind, because sort of get behind. They're trying to find a rapper. You got T.I., you got freaking Chance the Rapper, and Cardi B. Okay. You got them 3. I guess they're doing this reality show. It's like the rap version of The Voice, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Kind of, sort of, because they each, like, all 3 of them came to L.A. and they picked out some people. Mm-hmm. And each of them went to their respective towns, you know. Yeah. Cardi went to New York. So I keep saying, like, Cardi, she speaks, she speaks Cardi language. Yeah. She speaks her own language.
Cardi hears her own.
And then like T.I. went to Atlanta. Yeah. And then Chance went to Chicago, and and they bring in their friends. So you see all these other like some of these rappers I know, some of them I don't know. Like when I'm in Chicago, I'm like, oh, I knew Twista. I'm like, you know, they go to Atlanta. I'm like, they better get Big Boi. And they go Big Boi from Outkast. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like all these rappers from like when I was younger, because I'm not a fan of the current rap game.
Right.
Like,
it's all. I mean, there's different. Yeah.
The last time I cared about the current rap game was like, I want to say like Kanye and Jay-Z, like the last rap album I bought, like real talk, the last rap album I bought was Watch the Throne. That was Hove and Kanye, back when Hove could still control Kanye, but Kanye cannot be controlled anymore. So I've kind of left hip hop behind, like. And people keep talking about all this trap music. I'm like, I don't like this trap music. I'm all like 90s hip hop or like early 2000s hip hop.
Run the Jewels, so
yeah, you like Run the Jewels because when they were in freaking the Atlanta, saw Killer Mike. Yeah. I was mad some of the rappers are bad. Yeah. So some of them are not good. There's some that can flow. Like I like that on that show. A lot of them can flow. I really was impressed with a lot of the Atlanta people, and then I automatically was gonna like the Chicago people because I love the Chicago rap game.
I didn't know
Common, Talib Kweli.
You know what's crazy?
Kanye.
I know that there's differences between East Coast, West Coast Coast rap, but I didn't really think about all at the other places. But this show is really making me look at the different little nuances of each different place that has its own different types of rap. Right. And it's fucking awesome. And I was like, oh, I must really like Atlanta rap.
Yeah, you seem to gravitate more towards Atlanta rap.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been like West Coast rap. Like back in the day, you know.
The New York was like not.
Dre, Snoop, Ice Cube. I'm all about the 90s West Coast rap. That was like Tupac. Hell yeah.
It's like, because we grew up with that. Yeah, we grew up with that. Here, you know.
I never really felt too much of the East Coast rappers myself. Like back then, like I thought Biggie was all right, but I didn't care for. I didn't care for Puff Daddy. I didn't care for...
Lil' Kim has a new album.
Lil' Kim has an album?
It's called 9, and it's the first one. So she has several more that will be coming out.
What?
She has a new album. It's been 14
They were biased
years.
They were biased to the New Jersey rappers.
Mm-hmm.
I felt they were putting Jersey on blast.
They really were. They're like, you're going back to Jersey.
They're putting like...
You're not going to have any more room
Cardi in Jersey. Cardi and that dude on the right, they're just being mean. I forget who the other. No, because it was
messed up.
it was Fat Joe and freaking what was he? Why can't I remember his other name? They were being mean.
Yeah.
They were being cold.
Yeah.
Like.
And Cardi was like, okay. Am I gonna remember you?
Yeah. Like, that was the other thing.
I swear, like, her voice keeps you up, but her attitude makes you just want to go to sleep. Like,
no, it's funny. Like, each of them was like
funny.
looking for something different. Where like, Cardi was looking for who's gonna make her the most money.
Yeah.
T.I. was looking for like talent. And Chance was looking for like who's got like the flow and message. He was looking for message because he was passing people who are like kind of borderline, but if they were like all about Chicago, if they were about like about the life, about everything, like
the rapper who was like the gothic rapper. Remember that guy with the baby head?
Yeah.
That was the only one I was like, what, he was different?
Yeah.
But he's for a specific type of people.
Well, yeah, because like, and that's where
he's like, I want to be the next Marilyn Manson. I'm like, no, there is no next Marilyn Manson.
There's only one Marilyn Manson. No. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because I didn't know that Chance the Rapper was kind of like a gospel rapper. Like,
I didn't know either.
Yeah, this show revealed that to me. Like, I've heard of Chance. We listened to one of his tracks yesterday, and I was like, "Is that Chance?" I mean, like, that's a lot of autotune.
Yeah,
there's a lot of autotune going on.
I know. But that was the specific song that had
Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. Yeah. Like. Yeah, I thought that song. Like, I mean, it was alright.
It was just overproduced.
It was a little too busy. Like,
no, plus what's his name was in it?
And that stupid. I kept making fun of him all night yesterday. Like
DJ
Khaled. DJ Khaled. He's that kid who's in that group project, gets an A but didn't do any work.
He put glitter on the board. That's what he did.
Put glitter on the board. Fuck DJ Khaled. That guy got famous being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Like that's one article I read. Like his superpower is like he puts himself in the exact place he needs to be.
Yeah, that's his superpower for real.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Bradley. Like that's why I don't enjoy the current rap game. The rap game is just like it's a lot of they're like just freaking.
But the show,
this show, like we're getting to see a lot of people like because I love how like the Chicago people really focus. Like, can I understand your lyrics?
Yeah.
If I can't understand your lyrics, then you're not doing a good job.
No.
And then that's something that Cardi and T.I. were like. If you don't have a hook, if I don't remember what you just rapped, then you're not doing a good job. Like if there's not something that was like repeating in my head, then it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And
did you have a favorite?
Of all the people?
All of them, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see when it's like. I'm trying not to judge them on their open and stuff because they're bringing like what they think is their best thing. Right. But like, this show is gonna force a lot of these people who advanced. It's forcing them to have to get better. They're gonna have to improve their game. They all have to prove themselves, right? Because they're still gonna do rap battles. Yeah, they're gonna do freestyle battles. And then, like, because they were showing the trailer for like what's going on, like they're gonna have to do a music video. Yeah. I mean, so there's like and then they get their mentor, right? Mm-hmm. Which is fucking badass, but. For me, the one who already has it in the bag, for some reason, was the hairdresser mom. The one with the fucking Cruella de Vil black and white hair. Oh, okay. I don't know why. I remember which one, yeah. She I remember which one. Rhymes beautifully. She flows beautifully. She has like this great backstory. She already looks the part already. Which is crazy. Yeah, Brandy's there. They clowned all the white rappers. They totally did. Like I think they only passed like one guy. I think. Oh. They only passed like one white guy. I think so. The Eminem sounding dude from Chicago. Right. Yeah. That dude's the only one who got. I mean, I could be wrong. They might have put another white dude through, but that was like. Yeah, there were people. And even then, Chance is kind of like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I guess you're going to L.A. Yeah. No, because in the trailers for the next for the next 3 episodes that are dropping on Wednesday, they show a bunch of people that we haven't seen. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, so yeah, there's a bunch of people. Because the image that we were looking, I guess the Frozen image, and then like I was like, what happened was yesterday. I'm like, where did Cardi B get that hair? And you're like, from a horse, and I died, I fell over. Yeah, I'm just being honest. You're being real. Yeah, then D-Loc and John had to like swing in and like, yeah, we on this. Yeah. But yeah, it was just it's a very it's very fascinating. It's actually having me listen to a lot of like I'm like listening to a little more modern rap where like normally my Pandora stays in the 90s. So I'm like I don't venture too far out from the 90s. Like you just hear the same 15 rap songs in my car.
This is one of the reasons I love you so much. Because like, all right, I still have VHSs and I still have a VCR.
Yeah.
And you still listen to 90s music.
I still have all the CDs
on Pandora, and I'm like, what? This is why I love you. Yeah. I'm like, you have this like.
I got all this old shit.
You have a range. You really do.
I love all my.
I love your character.
I love what I love what I love. Give me my Tupac. Give me my Dr. Dre and my Snoop Dogg, and then my deep cut shit. Julius says, I gotta make you a mixtape. I'm gonna steal the. I'm gonna go dig through my mom's garage. I'm gonna steal the boombox. She found another boombox.
Nice.
Not the one boombox got jacked by one of the neighbors. But I'm gonna jack her other boombox. I'm gonna go find myself a cassette tape. Where am I gonna find a cassette tape?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to find one.
C60, C90, C. What's the other one?
I have to go find some. I think I'll find some cassette tapes and get all my CD. Because I was looking at because I've been going to my mom's garage and I've been getting stuff out of there, and I see my Nike shoe boxes full of CDs. I got 4 Nike shoe boxes.
Yeah.
See all my CDs.
Oh my god.
Was it? If Biggie too was it would have been crazy. Why didn't they have Eminem? Right.
Right.
That's why I'm wondering like where some of the other like because I know Jay-Z's not gonna get anywhere near this thing because he's not the star.
No.
He's not the star. But I'm wondering like
Kanye's not gonna be part of it.
Nah, cause
no.
Like if we could go back,
he can't put his fingers in this for real.
If we could go back and get 2007 Kanye and put him on this show, I think that would be ideal. If we had a DeLorean and we can go get 07 Kanye and put him, that would be cool. He could give people some beats.
That man will never be back. I'm sorry.
No, he's never coming back. No, I've accepted that. We got like 5.
There.
We got 4 good albums and 1 auto-tune album. Although the auto-tune album came out at the best worst time for me in that point in my life. But the less said about that, the better. Yeah. But he produced good music. Now I don't know who this Mr. West is. No. He is not the one that gave us freaking College Dropout and Late Registration.
He's Mr. West, and Graduation.
He keeps like flipping flopping on that because I think Mr. Kanye realized he was getting used.
Yeah.
But he's like flipping flopping. His wife is still friends with that mess. So like, But this Rhythm and Flow show.
Yes.
Oh man,
good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get into this, especially since I was like, I've never really heard Chance. T.I. I can give or take, and Cardi's Cardi makes me laugh because she's crazy. she's like the ultimate.
She's got a cute character.
She's the ultimate underdog story. She went from like working the pole to freaking being a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
And her man buying her a $5 million fucking ring or something.
Shit.
That was that on like your AP News the other day or something, or like you were listening, or was that on the TV? I think it was on the TV. You turn on the news and Offset bought her like a $5 million. Yeah. It's like the greatest underdog story. Like there are strippers across this country who are like trying to get on Instagram and like I can honestly I think it was more New York than Atlanta. Although there was a few wannabe Cardis in Atlanta. The girl with the blonde hair who thought she was Marilyn Monroe.
Oh yeah.
She got all bougie about that shit.
Yeah.
She got all bougie.
Sour when she got all salty.
When I get famous, I'm not gonna say hi to you, T.I. Because she was in Atlanta, right? That girl.
Yeah.
There was a couple wannabe Cardis in New York too. I was just like, you trying to be Cardi?
All you gotta do is appreciate Cardi for Cardi. That's it.
Yeah, she.
Some people
she made it.
She's not for everybody, obviously. Not everybody's for everybody.
No.
So it's like
different strokes for different folks.
She got a fucking ton of money and she's still gonna be herself. She's not changing for anybody.
Right.
And she's fucking badass.
Yeah,
I love her for that. I love her for that.
She is.
I love to watch her.
She is amusing.
I love looking at all her wigs.
She got more wigs than I got comic books, and I got a shitload of comic books. On the real talk.
She probably has a house full of wigs. Her storage is full of wigs.
She had a wing of wherever she lived.
A wing of wigs?
A wing. It's just like...
Go to the wig wing.
It's like when
Meet me in the wing wig.
It's like in the wing wing. It's like in the movie The Matrix when freaking Morpheus shows Neo all the weapons you can have in the freaking Matrix. It's like that but wigs.
Hot pink, hot green, black and white.
Everything. Oh. Short, long, horse. Just I don't know which one I want to play out.
So what color was my cereal this morning? I'm gonna have that color.
But I had Fruity Pebbles today, so I don't know what color.
I'll just have all the colors. Shit, why do I gotta choose?
That just.
Oh goodness.
Like that's why I'm kind of like I don't know about her talent wise, but her comedy wise, she's just like.
I know.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's probably gonna have
her own expect our rhythm and flow show update next Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, horse.
The horse. Horse.
Good one.
A horse emoji.
Just a horse.
Oh. So something right here I put in my notes to make sure I mention. I have finally opened my Etsy store. If you want to find the Etsy store, you can buy it. If you've seen on my Instagram or if you've seen here on Facebook that we have a whole bunch of my pixel art, Perler Bee pixel art, a whole bunch of the Super Mario 3 stuff is available for purchase. If you want to support my child, all proceeds from this Etsy store go towards buying things for my baby and my baby. My baby and my baby.
But what's cool is that this is actually maybe if we could have them on our Christmas tree is to put all the perler beads as we'll have a Mario Brothers Christmas tree.
We're gonna have a Mario Brothers Christmas tree.
It's gonna look so cool
I'm gonna make a bunch of them. I love the idea that you had. It was like I have a bunch of Hammer Brothers on the bottom and a bunch of hammers being thrown.
Yeah.
Because the Hammer Brothers look so cool.
And of course the star has to be on top.
The star, you have to make a Perler Bead star.
Yeah,
the star up top.
Star.
So we have a Super Mario Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And if you want one of your own, you could buy a whole bunch of these things from me on my Etsy store because I'll be cranking them out. I like making these things.
It's strangely therapeutic for you.
It's incredibly therapeutic for me.
I love it. I'm like, you never were... I like the fact because your thumb was broken.
I haven't been able to draw lately because my thumb...
doesn't work, yeah.
See, look how this one does this and this one's like...
That's great radio. Look at
It's great radio. Yes, it's great radio. Look at my thumb. Sorry, podcast audience. Those of you listening on SoundCloud.
You just wiped that fly.
I just swiped at that awesome. Moth, yes. So, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that the Mario little character is really amazing.
Yeah. I think once if we go buy a bunch of little wire.
It's been your good outlet.
It's an outlet for my creativity because I've been wanting to draw, but I still can't. I can't hold a pencil for a long period of time to draw something effectively. I'm getting closer. This used to be as far as I could bend it, but right now, for those of you who are watching the video, see now it's getting better.
It's normal.
And it used to click, and I would cringe. She would hear me. There was a certain noise I would make because it would dislocate for a second, and I'd scream internally. But now it doesn't dislocate anymore. So I think I'm like
it'll be ready.
70%.
It'll be ready in time to carry the baby.
To carry the baby, yes, it'll be ready in time to hold the baby. I've rehabbed it enough. It's been rehabbing.
Yes.
I'm sure. Was it Irv? If he's still watching, he can at Darren's bachelor party. I just showed him like. I can beat you in Street Fighter with that thumb. Hey! I've been gaming a little more. I think Rosa has been determined. I've been gaming a little more, and I think that's been helping with my thumb rehab.
Slow thumb rehab, yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so where else can you
gotta start drawing with other appendages? Am I gonna go like my left foot and just do it with my foot?
Your whole foot will cover the paper.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
With your butt.
With my butt. So Etsy store is open. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy. I'm gonna make an Instagram post. I took a screenshot of the store and I'm gonna post that up later on tonight or tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It'll be on my Instagram at DreGP Podcast. Yeah, and then you can also check us out on Twitter at DreGP Podcast. If you're listening to this and not watching us live on Facebook, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/DreGP Podcast, or you can just do at DreGP Podcast anywhere on Facebook, and it'll be like, did you mean Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast? And check out Etsy store, Dre's Geek Philosophy. Mm-hmm. There wasn't enough room to put podcast on there, so.
You're everywhere now.
I'm all over the place. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Apple Podcasts. We are on Stitcher. We are on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio. If you go to the iHeartRadio app, my podcast is there as well, which is ironic because we used to record this at iHeartRadio. Spoiler! Oh, secrets out!
Secrets out!
We're never going back, so I can just say that now. Haha.
Their Wi-Fi sucks.
Their Wi-Fi sucks. iHeartRadio's Wi-Fi sucks. We're never going back. Because I can do this in my living room.
No, now we have Cat-Fi.
We have Cat-Fi.
Can you see Yogi on the screen?
I think they can see Yogs. We can't see it because all the text bubbles are up. But if you just look at the regular, see right now, it's going to catch up because we're 30 seconds ahead of y'all right now.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the little baby cat right behind us.
Cat-Fi.
We have Cat-Fi. Who needs cable? I have cats. They amuse me so. They do. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're here as usual every Monday night, 8 p.m. Today, 8:05. Sorry, ran late. We had to eat. I can't make a pregnant lady wait till like 9 o'clock to eat. That's just cruel and unusual. No, I will not be alive because you see the hands moving. If you're watching this, if you're listening, again. awesome radio, but we do offer the visual, and this will be up on YouTube. And actually, I'm gonna actually make an effort this week to post up a lot of the older episodes on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
So that way people who don't have a Facebook account, because all of our episodes are here on Facebook. But if you don't have a Facebook account and you're like fuck social media, I only watch YouTube. We're gonna get the other 100 and some odd episodes up slowly but surely. Because I will use my work Wi-Fi.
Work wifey.
Work wifey. No, work Wi-Fi. So yes, remember always at Dre G Podcast. You can follow this lady at Rosa Limon-Cervantes on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you want to like.
Everyone. Or the Etsy store is Le Meow Club.
Le Meow Club.
Le Meow Club, where I have cat toys.
If you have a cat and you want your cat to be a gamer, my wife has made little Nintendo controller cat toys with catnip inside them.
And people love them.
Or without catnip, if you so desire. If your
cat's not into that kind of
thing. If your cat's not into drugs, there's a little controller. It has a little cord out of it. It looks like a little controller. There's adorable pictures of our cat, Yogi, on my Instagram and on her Instagram, where you can see a kitty cat with a cat toy. Yeah. It's adorable. It's a little controller. Then you press on the button. It's cute.
Yes. Le Meow Club.
Le Meow Club on Etsy. Or Dre's Geek Philosophy on Etsy if you want to support the show. Of course, Daniel Wong is our #1 patron on patreon.com. You can go to patreon.com, Dre's Geek Philosophy, if you want to support the show financially. And if you can't support the show financially, you can always you can always share, you can always comment during the live shows like Daniel Wong does, like Judy Lynn has done, like several other people, like Irv Daniel Patampa, like Sean Hornbuckle, who did it because the Facebook always, hey, you should comment, you're watching. He actually followed the directions and commented.
That's sweet.
We had a surprise appearance by my old friend Sean O'Neill from Seattle.
Why do we have like little moths all over?
There's little moths in here. I don't know. Maybe it's when I left the door open for the cat earlier. I don't know. Well, that's a problem for us and not on the podcast. No. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
We will see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye.